Welcome back to the channel, everyone. In today's video, we are at Pinecrest Golf Club in Hilton Head, South Carolina. And in today's video, we're going to be going through a full practice session, a lot similar to how I typically have been going through my practice sessions while I've been back home. I will say this practice area is tremendously better than what I have at my home course. They have chipping greens with bunkers. They have like 3 putting greens, and then they have their full driving range, of course. So I will be able to actually get some practice out of the bunker, which is really, really nice. So we're going to add that in today. But I really wanted to go through my normal practice session because I think it will help most of y'all that are trying to get better at golf. I wanted to play a really nice golf course, the end road to scratch in 60 days while I was here. However, we got 1.5 inches of rain in the past 2 days, and the courses are absolutely soaked. It is chipping and putting first, and then we're going to head into the driving range session after that. So if you want to skip to a certain part of the video and see drills for specific areas that I'm going to be going through, feel free to go ahead and skip to those points. I'll go ahead and put some chapters in the video as well, just to make it a little easier for y'all. But let's go ahead and get right into this video, and let's have a good practice session today. Something I've been working on, chipping specifically, is distance control. And something you'll notice is I have a nice little bright pink tee up there. What we're going to be doing is pretty much just trying to fly the ball to that pink tee. I don't really care where these balls roll out to. It's more just focused on landing the ball in that area. That should be about a 15-yard carry. And something else that I can do here, since I know that between the tee and the golf hole is another 5 yards, that's about a 20-yard shot. So I can actually try and fly this to the hole, and that'll be like a 20-yard distance control shot. So what we're gonna do, this is gonna be 15 yards, these set of balls. Then we have our 10 yards up there. We're just gonna try and fly these to the tee on this first round. First shot of the day. Flying a little bit long. Great shot. So the cool thing about this practice drill that I really like with this tee is that you can hit different shots to this thing. Say you struggle with hitting high, soft landing shot when you're closer to the hole. You can practice these things with that tee. You can see there, it's a pretty good shot, went in the hole, but you can also hit like lower hook shots. So that's got hook spin, and let's say if you wanted to spin the ball as well, these grooves are really dirty, so this is not going to check up at all, but you can hit little cut spins, and that's definitely not going to spin, but it's a good way to practice just all of those different shots. And that's something that I've been doing, and honestly, I think that's why my short game has gotten a little better. It really just helps you get up and down more often, and that's something that I've really struggled with. This has been one of my main drills, and I've really, really liked it. You don't really need a whole green. You can actually try this. If you're out in your yard, you can do this. Honestly, if you have a mat, you can just put some tees down and chip some balls to it at different yardages. This is where I think I need the least amount of practice. However, I still do need practice here because you need to still be hitting golf balls. So right now on road to scratch, I am currently averaging right around 12 out of 18 greens in regulation. And by looking at some of my videos, I noticed that I really struggle with going after the pin too much. And I know that sounds weird, but I need to play safer golf, and that's something that I've been trying to teach myself as well, because I'm always trying to attack the pin specifically and not trying to play safer golf. So I'm going to try and land the ball short of a lot of these flags, because typically I will try and land it right at the flag number. So let's try and go, we're going to go right at this first flag, and this is right at 80 yards. I'm going to try and land some of them short and just see if I can just, you know, not go directly at the pin every time. I personally like to do, so I usually hit 5 balls per club off the start. Starting out with the 60-degree here, just going right at that first flag. A little short. First swing of the day, first full swing. I'm gonna hit 5 fuller 60s. I don't really like to hit this club full too much. I don't really like to hit this club full too much. I don't really like to hit this club full too much. I don't really like to hit this club full too much. I don't really like to hit this club full too much. I don't really like to hit this club full too much. I don't really like to hit this club full too much. I don't really like to hit this club full too much. I don't really like to hit this club full too much. I don't really like to hit this club full too much. I don't really like to hit this club full too much. I don't really like to hit this club full too much. I don't really like to hit this club full too much. I don't really like to hit this club full too much. I don't really like to hit this club full too much. I don't really like to hit this club full too much. I don't really like to hit this club full too much. I don't really like to hit this club full too much. I don't really like to hit this club full too much. I don't really like to hit this club full too much. I don't really like to hit this club full too much. I don't really like to hit this club full too much. I don't really like to hit this club fu good distance. The wind is blowing into the face right now. It's a good shot. So something you want to focus on, if you are new to golf, most of the experienced golfers will know this, is you want to try and hit every shot with intention. So right now I'm trying to stick it close. So right now I'm trying to stick this close to the flag. This is my number for this club. So this is a great distance just to continue and hit balls at. A little short, a little chunky. There's a lot of sand under this grass. It's very easy to chunk these things. One more lob wedge here. Try to hit that one a little harder. Probably went like 85. Let's move out to the sand wedge. So with the sand wedge, we don't have a flag at this exact number, which is kind of unfortunate that they don't have a flag at 100 yards. Pretty big gap, but what we're gonna do is just aim right at that flag again, the 80-yard flag. I'm just gonna try and go right over the top of it. This is my 100-yard club, so go a little past it. Nice little thin. Try not to chunk my wedges because I'm really steep on my wedges and I know that. So these sandy lies are somewhat tough for me to hit out of. Blocked it a little right. I think I'm aiming right though. It was super, super straight. I think I'm just aiming right. Aim a little further left here. And there's the chunk. And this one I'm gonna try and play a little knockdown. A little like 85-yard shot probably. Finished a little high. Notice it landed right by that 80-yard flag. Pretty good. Kind of like my one hop stop shot. Try it one more time. Hitting wedges on this ground is kind of tough. Hit that one really good. Yeah, that was a really good number. Let's go ahead and move up to the 50 degree. Gonna try and hit every shot with intention today. So this flag over here on the left is 115. This is the newest club in the bag. I have a 50 degree, finally. I was missing this gap wedge ever since I changed clubs. I don't know the exact distance. I think this is about my 115 club, so this should be a good number. Unless we thin it. Scared of this sand right now. All right, let's hit a good one. Not pure, but I hit that one pretty good. The thing about this is just learning your shots and learning your misses. Because when you're aiming at flags, you understand if you're missing left or right, short or long. That's why you try to practice with intention. That's pure. Yep, exactly 115. It's a good number for this club. That's what I needed. This one we're gonna try and play a little draw into this. Aim a little right. It drawed a yard. We did what we wanted to. Just I wanted a little more than that, but so we're gonna try and hit a little cut and struggle with this shot. I go very steep here. But not that time. It's perfect. Wow, nice. One more. I'm gonna try and play a little knockdown. Hopefully fly this one to like the middle of the hill. It is flying a little lower. Nice. I did land it a little shorter. I will say this club is flying so high right now. So I do like to hit more golf balls on these wedges because this is what I'm typically hitting at most of my courses. I'm hitting a lot of short irons or wedges, and that's where I need the most practice. And when you're gonna score most of the time you have a wedge in your hand. So we're hitting a pitching wedge here. I'm gonna go right at, this flag's 124, so it should go a little long, I believe. Just gonna hit this one smooth though and just try and hit that 124 number. Yep, that was right at it, or right at the 124 number, just a little right, which is okay. I'm gonna try and cut this one in there a little bit. A little chunky, perfect cut though. Yeah, it's a little short. All right, we're gonna hit a full pitch and wedge here. Try and keep it straight. A little chunky again. Kind of pulled it because it was chunky. That's super spinny right there. Flying at 124. I've done it every time. I believe that's the number. Let me make sure. Yeah. Yeah, 124. The wind's kind of swirling right now, so I don't know if it's the wind maybe or what, but once again, we're just gonna hit 2 more full pitch and wedges. Try and play a little draw into this one. Kind of pulled it, kind of yanked it, trying to hit that draw. Committed to it too hard. All right, real smooth, right over the top of the flag. Best pitch and wedge so far. Yep. That was at 130, 135 number. That was a good one. Let's move on to probably the 8-iron. All right, so we have a 150 number here. This would honestly probably be a good 9-iron flag for me. I don't have an unlimited amount of balls today really, so we're just going to hit an 8-iron, jump up to it. Or wind's in the face too, so that should also help. I hit this smooth, right at it. A little bit of a draw there. It wasn't as bad as it looked because the wind's in the face. That is something, if you are hitting into the wind, if you hit a slice or draw, don't over exaggerate it a little bit, so I keep that in mind. Once again, just another smooth 8. Sandy lies tough. I literally hit that maybe half an inch behind it and the dirt just gave out. Gotta hit full committed swing here. I'm gonna try and play a little cut into this one. Really good cut, exactly what we wanted. I like that swing a lot. We're gonna go to it again. Little 5-yard cut. Maybe a little further left here. Absolutely perfect. Nice. Getting into the longer clubs here. We're also hitting off of, my divot is getting so far back, I'm starting to hit on a downhill lie. So, go ahead and move this up a little bit. Start a knee line. So the flag that I'm going for here is that yellow flag. It's a 164. Just gonna start off, I like to start off with a smooth swing every time I get a new club. It's an okay swing there. I felt what I did. Kind of dipped my shoulder, didn't stay in it long enough. This cut swing is feeling really good to me. We're gonna go back to it again. Typically play a draw, but trying to straighten it out a little bit. As a push fade. Just gonna try and hit this one a little higher with the cut. Perfect. Didn't get it as high as I wanted to. Caught it a little low, but had the right shape. If you'll notice, something that I'm doing is I'm realizing my misses. So like my misses are only missing by like 5 yards short for the most part. And you know, maybe 10 yards wide sometimes. But if I know that I'm going for a certain shot, let's say I wanted to hit a fade into this. If I started out at that, there's 3 pine trees back there. I'll put a little marker on the video, but let's say if I started out that that third pine tree, it's kind of naked, I would say, and try and hit a cut off of this. I know if I overcut it, I'm gonna be okay. It'll just miss right at the flag. But if I undercut it, I'm only gonna miss the flag by, I don't know, 5 yards maybe. So kind of just limiting my mistakes by doing this. Blocked it again, but you'll notice, I mean, I missed it wide, but I'm only probably 7-10 yards wide. I probably caught the edge of the green there, so we're probably still going to have a putt. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and jump up to the 4-iron here, and this is something that I need to work on, is my 4-iron. So you know, at my course, I catch myself hitting this 4-iron quite often. I can hit it off of probably 4 tee boxes. So it's a really good club to practice for me anyways. So we're just gonna go right at that same flag again. I'm going to, once again, hit a smooth swing just to start it off. A little chunky, and that's my miss lately. And I'm really gonna know that with this sandy lie. Try and hit a little fade. Perfect. Man, that was pretty. Now I kind of want to imitate, what I'm gonna do here is imitate the tee shot that I have on hole number 8 at Windstone. So we're just gonna say that the yellow flag is the big fairway bunker. And we're just gonna try and hit a low, sort of like 200-yard shot with this thing. Just like that. I think that golf ball was dead. Same thing, once again. Actually, trying to hit a big draw. We're gonna go with the blue flag. I may hosel shank this because of how this ground is, but we're gonna aim at the blue flag and just try and play a little slinger 4. Is it? One more 4-iron here. This is, what we're gonna try and do is, we'll hit a fade. We haven't hit a fade with that 4-iron. How do we wanna do this? We're gonna start out at that naked tree again. Fade it towards that yellow flag. We got a bad target line, but hit that club really good. This is not a club I hit a lot. But I do hit it on some of the holes that I play, like that tee shot I just set on 8. If I'm playing from the back tees, which most of the time I do, I can pull this club, and it's a pretty good club to hit. So this is a downhill lie. This one could come out a little low for us. So it should be fine on hole 8. This downhill lie is kind of tough. I'm gonna move it back. I don't practice a lot with this club, so I'm just hitting some smooth shots just to get comfortable with it, really. There's the draw. It's about a 240 number for me. It's a pretty nice club to have, I guess, for a little fairway finder. Let's try and hit a fade. I came way out of that. Lost my balance. That was just not a good hole, or not a good swing, really. Same thing. Try and hit that fade. Let's hit one more. It's downhill lie. It's not bad, but it's enough to mess with you. Kind of just blocking this club out right. I'm gonna move up to the 3-wood and just see if it's like a longer club problem that I'm having or what. So this is not typically what I do. This is a little different. I'm gonna be hitting some more 3-woods and drivers today because this is where I think I need the most work. And my range back at the home course isn't that great to hit those because I can hit them over the net and they don't really like that. So, because it pretty much lands on one of our par 3 greens, so it's nice to have this freedom of an open field today. So the targets is pretty much just going to be the 3 pine trees back there. It's a really tight fairway, so it'll be a good target for us today. Perfect. This is kind of my fairway finder. I'm probably gonna miss some shots once I say this, but I really miss this 3-wood. Try and play a cut. That was a bad ball. It had no dimples. I know I hit a cut there and it drew, so I'm not upset with that one. I'm like losing my balance backwards when I'm trying to hit a cut. I don't really know what happened to this tee. It like split. Tee like split in half and is like coming back out of the ground. I need to like stay in this cut swing. And I'm just like not right now. That's something else to pay attention to is bad balls. That was once again a really good swing. That ball just drawled at first and then faded at the end. So when a ball has no dimples, just really be looking for contact. Then we're gonna go ahead and open this one up. Let's say we wanted to hit the 3-wood a little further. A big swing at this. Let me see a little draw come in. I'm gonna aim a little further right. Exactly what I said. 5-yard draw. It's nice having this imaginary fairway. Those 3, I don't know if they did that on purpose to plant those 3 trees, but it's absolutely perfect. I love this. Try and hit it high again. More focused on the high cut right here. Put the ball a little further up this time. It wasn't high, but cutted. Hit that really low on the face. All right, one more just solid 3-wood here. We're hitting this thing really good. We're pretty dialed. Little hill cut, it's okay. Let's move to the driver. Whip out my martini tee. A little further up. All right, and the fun begins, huh? 30 minutes later into this range session, finally got the driver. This is the club I got really hot for like 3 months and wasn't missing a fairway. Now I'm kind of spraying it. We're gonna start off with a high cut. Hit the high cut, just bluff it. Something to also keep in mind is just keep up with like your pace of how fast you're hitting your shots. Try and hit it like you're going to play a shot on a golf course each time, because these range walls aren't going to run away from you. Once again, I'm gonna go back to that high cut. God, I don't have that shot in the bag controllable. Try and hit this one right at it, right down the line here. Little cut, it's okay. All right. Now something that I've just done that I've noticed is I'm kind of getting away from those pine trees and I need to go back to it. Same thing. I'm just gonna try and blister this one. Probably go like right at 300 if I hit it good. That ball was crushed. That's something you can also do is just think about like what holes you typically play on your home golf course. So like for me, let's say we're playing hole number 9 at Windstone, we'll aim right at that yellow flag and try and play a draw towards those pine trees. Didn't draw it enough. It would have been in play anyways. I'll go for it again. Man, I'm squaring this driver up right now. Trying to play like a 20-yard draw here. Or hook, almost. That looked ugly, but it was a bad ball. And I hit the shot that I wanted to. A high straight ball here. A little toe draw there, but pretty good. Set a big, trying to hit a high fade again. Struggling to hit this with the driver. It's like a 2-yard draw. Also forgot my belt at home on this trip. So I had to go buy a belt just to go practice on the range. Love that. I'm trying to think about what I want to do. I'm gonna try and once again hit that high fade. I just want to hit this. And not the high block slice. Last driver swing here. Let's give it all we got. Low hook. Not bad though. This is how I like to end every range session, and that's hitting a 50-yard shot. This flag is 52 yards, so hit the remainder of the ball right at this flag. Not bad, a little short. This sand is tough. This is the hardest lie you'll have hitting this shot. You gotta pick it so clean. Man, that was a good one. 2 feet probably. God, that ground is just giving. I don't know if y'all can hear that on the mic, but it's just, the ground is just like giving right under the ball if I don't hit it perfect. Like that. I don't want to hit this shot on the tee. This ground is unbelievably soft. I'm also not used to hitting off of grass. All of her whole entire range at the home course is just mats. Right at the number. You really gotta know where the bottom of the swing is on lies like this. It's not bad. I'm so focused on trying to make good contact right now. It's like a downhill lie with soft sand. Exactly what you want. Good. Really just trying to land this one right at the flag. Having this shot is such a good thing to have. Because if you can dial in a 50-yard shot, got 4 balls left here, but if you can dial in a 50-yard shot, you can really just kind of play anything between 40 and 60 in my opinion. Because let's say if I wanted to fly this 60, now I'm probably gonna chunk this one, but I can just bring it back a little further than my 50-yard shot. Should be able to get it to 60. chunked it just a little bit and it made it come up short. You have to hit this so perfect. There's the 60-yarder. Actually hit it clean. See if we can do 45 on purpose. God, it's just so soft. Last ball here. Finish up the range session. And let me tell y'all want to talk about pressure on the range. I just had, we can hear that cart pulling away. Have 4 people just staring at you while you're going through this entire range practice. Put some pressure on you, especially when you chunk these shots like I just did, but it's okay. Last shot, I'm actually gonna try and fly this right towards the flag. Hopefully hit a good one. Gotta end on a good one, right? Well, 4 or 5 feet for birdie, let's say, if we were on a short par 4. And that's the end of the range session. Well, we're not gonna do the best putting practice today, but what we are going to do is just go through the basic putting routine, just so y'all can get an idea of, what I'm going through. So first thing I have been starting off with is the putting gate. This is one of the best golf tools I think I've ever had. These greens are sopping wet, so these are slow putts. All this does is make sure your stroke looks good. I've got this pointed right at left edge, so I may miss them left edge. That's a good miss. God, these putts are slow. This green is just absolutely soaked right now. It's almost standing water. We've gotten so much rain. I actually hammered a putt. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed that full practice session. I didn't really get to do all the putting drills because once I got onto the putting green, I realized that it was almost standing water, so it really wasn't worth my time trying to practice on that putting green. So anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, like and subscribe. And if you want to see a specific video, feel free to let me know down in the comments. I'll see you in the next one.